The Taliban informed China that they have built a road to the Wakhan Corridor, and whether it can be opened depends on China's nod. Since the Taliban officially took over Afghanistan in 2021, they have been eager to achieve direct connection with China. A few days ago, the Taliban publicly announced that they had built a road to the China-Afghanistan border. Next, just wait for China to nod, and the China-Afghanistan trade line can be officially opened. The key lies in the Wakhan Corridor. So, in the face of the Taliban's repeated requests, will China agree to open the Wakhan Corridor? It is reported that the governor of Badakhshan province in Afghanistan publicly stated that Afghanistan has recently completed an important infrastructure project, the Little Pamir Highway. This is also the first road built since the Taliban took over Afghanistan. Although the road is only 50 kilometers long, its potential value is very prominent. From the map, we can see that Afghanistan is deep inland, with a total area of about 647,500 square kilometers. It borders Iran to the west, Pakistan to the east and south, and Central Asia to the north. There is a narrow strip of land in the northeast, extending to China like a tentacle, forming a border with China with a length of only 92.43 kilometers. And this narrow strip of land is the Wakhan Corridor. The Wakhan Corridor is sandwiched between the Hindu Kush Mountains and the southern end of the Pamir Plateau in the north and south, and is located at the junction of China, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Tajikistan. The Wakhan Corridor starts from Badakhshan province in Afghanistan in the west and ends at Tashkent County in Xinjiang, China in the east. It is 400 kilometers long, of which 100 kilometers belong to China and the remaining 300 kilometers belong to Afghanistan. The widest part of the corridor is located in the middle, reaching 75 kilometers, and the narrowest part is only about 15 kilometers. The entire corridor is located on the plateau, with an average altitude of over 4,000 meters, harsh geological conditions and cold climate. Except for summer, the mountains are covered with heavy snow for more than 9 months a year. The border between China and Afghanistan is still a desert. Therefore, it is not suitable for human habitation, and the permanent population is only about 10,000. According to Afghanistan, the Little Pamir Highway they built extends to China through this Wakhan Corridor, passing through the Little Pamir Valley and reaching the Wakjar Pass on the China-Afghanistan border. In fact, Afghanistan began planning this road very early, and it was not until November last year that news about the construction was revealed. At that time, the plan was to complete the construction in March this year, but the completion date was unexpectedly brought forward by more than a month. Although this road is just a dirt road with a certain traffic capacity, Afghanistan believes that this is a great achievement and a new breakthrough and attempt. In addition, the governor of Badakhshan province said that the asphalt paving construction will be completed as soon as possible. In other words, this road is still a little short of being officially completed. In this case, the Taliban also sent a signal to the outside world, hoping that China can give more consideration to opening up the Wakhan Corridor to promote trade between the two countries. Here, it can also be seen that the Taliban is eager to further deepen cooperation with China. As early as last year's Belt and Road Summit Forum, the Taliban had attended the meeting with a team and actively invited investors from all parties to Afghanistan. Afghanistan's economy was very backward due to long-term wars in the past. However, the country is extremely rich in mineral resources, mainly including natural gas, coal, iron, copper, chromium, etc. Especially copper mines. The Anak copper mine, located in the south of the capital Kabul, has proven ore reserves of up to 700 million tons, of which copper metal is as high as 11.33 million tons. The copper mine has a large scale and good ore quality and is expected to become the world's third largest copper belt. In addition, Afghanistan may also have the world's fifth largest iron ore vein. However, due to Afghanistan's limited capabilities, most of the mineral deposits are still in the undeveloped stage. In addition, Afghanistan's geographical location is also very critical. It is connected to Central Asia in the north, South Asia in the east, and Arab countries in the west. It is an important land node connecting various important places. Today, Afghanistan is facing a development bottleneck, and it is natural to use its own advantages to revitalize the economy. At the Belt and Road Summit, the Taliban expressed the hope to actively develop Sino-Afghan trade cooperation under the framework of the Belt and Road Initiative. The construction of this road is the sincerity and confidence of the Taliban to cooperate with China. In other words, the Taliban has taken a big step forward in realizing the strategic concept of the Wakhan Corridor. In fact, the Taliban has mentioned the request to open the Wakhan Corridor in front of China more than once. Especially in recent years, after the international situation in Afghanistan has gradually stabilized, it is even more eager to develop the economy. Looking around, the only country that can drive Afghanistan to achieve economic takeoff is China. So Afghanistan wants to establish a link that can directly connect with China through this only corridor connected to China. However, over the years, although China has shown a strong interest in opening the corridor, it has never agreed. First, the harsh environment of the Wakhan Corridor. Although it was an important passage on the ancient Silk Road, it is very difficult to build modern roads and infrastructure here in modern times. The harsh conditions are only one aspect. On the other hand, due to the border area where the corridor is located, there are many local armed forces entrenched all year round, and extreme incidents occur from time to time. In order to protect the safety of the Chinese border people, China has erected high walls on the Sino-Afghan border and carried out strict military garrisons. Although the Taliban has taken over Afghanistan for more than 2 years, the internal situation has not yet fully recovered. Many factions even use bases in Afghanistan to cause certain security risks to neighboring countries such as Iran and Pakistan, resulting in an unstable environment inside and outside Afghanistan. This is also China's biggest concern. Therefore, if Afghanistan wants to really make this corridor work, it must first solve the problem of regional instability. Although China has not nodded in agreement on the Wakhan Corridor issue, it has also given Afghanistan another option. That is, after consultations between China and Pakistan, they unanimously agreed to extend the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor into Afghanistan. The corridor starts from Gwadar Port in Pakistan in the south and ends in Kashgar in Xinjiang, China in the north. Extending this corridor to Afghanistan is equivalent to opening up an important link of interconnection between China, Pakistan and Afghanistan, which can promote more convenient regional cooperation and develop it into an important trade channel, connecting the Eurasian continent in the future. It will be a new development opportunity for both Pakistan and Afghanistan. But Afghanistan may not think so. After all, due to problems such as local organizations in the country, the relationship between Afghanistan and Pakistan is not as stable as imagined. For Afghanistan, even if it joins the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, The beneficiaries will be Pakistan first and Afghanistan second. And if it is completely dependent on this corridor in the future, Afghanistan is also worried that it will fall into a more passive situation. In this context, the Taliban has never wanted to give up the opportunity to establish contact with China, so it is so active in opening up the Wakhan Corridor. But China's attitude is also very clear. If regional security is not guaranteed, it will be difficult to achieve real in-depth cooperation. What's more, this small Pamir Highway is also difficult to play a real role in China-Afghanistan economic and trade exchanges. In short, there are still many problems that Afghanistan needs to solve next. Whether it can realize the beautiful vision of the future depends on what the Afghan Taliban can do. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more great content. See you next time.